Hey guys, thanks for stopping in. Today I want to talk to you about a little movie that was $147 million budget plus marketing, but only brought in $127 million, which makes it a flop. It didn't make its money back. And I think that that's a sad thing. And this movie is Transformers 1. This movie is a lot better than it has any business being. It's got heart, it's got action, it's got comedy. It's got a great voice cast. It's also had some pretty bad marketing behind it, which is why it didn't succeed. And that's the shame because this is, like I said, a very good movie. It's PG, it's very accessible, and it brings all of the Transformers lore together into one place, which is cool. It is a great Transformers reboot. And that's why it's kind of sad that it didn't do better. Because the voice cast, like I said, is good. It did take a little bit of time to get used to as somebody that's been around watching Transformers since G1. And they did a good job. Chris Hemsworth is Chris Hemsworth. I mean, it's Thor, it's Orion Pax, there's subtleties that are differences, but it's that humor that he brings to a role, and it's that presence. It's a very Chris Hemsworth character. Brian Tyree Henry as D16, who later becomes Megatron, is really good, and it's cool to sit there and enjoy seeing their friendship and how close they were and see the fissure as it grew between them. Scarlett Johansson as Alita 1 is fine. I mean, she did a good job. Alita 1 is a fun character in this movie. She's firm, she's aggressive. She is that role that, there again, Scarlett Johansson does, which I know that kind of, I guess, could be taken as a bad thing with these people being just say, this is the type of role that they do. But if that's what you're known for, then if you do that well, there's no reason that you shouldn't get that role. And then there's Keegan Michael Key as B127, who later becomes Bumblebee. And he is hilarious whenever he's trying to get his name to be
Bassatron.
You also have Steve Buscemi as Starscream, Lawrence Fishburne as Alpha Trion, and they do great with these characters, even though they're not in there as much as you would like. You see how Starscream's voice got to be the way it was. I mean, it's those little details. And it brings the mythology, which in the past has been a little bit over here in this show and a little bit over here in this one. And it just brings it all together and doesn't reveal it all, but it does give you a firm beginning to what the Transformers mythos is and gets rid of a lot of the stuff that's just kind of redundant because it all happened in different stories. I mean, you get two different origin stories in Generation 1. So, it gets rid of a lot of that, takes what works, and gives it to you in a fun, exciting, energetic package. And it deserved to do better than what it did. I think it's a shame that Hasbro has come out and said that they're going to be licensing out stuff they're not going to be financially responsible for making of the movies. And I don't want it to go back to the live action like Michael Bay stuff. I'm tired of that. I think it's time for Transformers to go back to its animation roots and make a fun, entertaining cartoon for children first, that the parents can enjoy second, and that has a great toy line that encourages problem solving and are great little puzzles to figure out. Always kind of sad when you see something that works and it works really well and it doesn't pay off for those that put the work into it. And, it's not tragic, it's not the end of the world, but it is sad because people worked hard for this. And because of bad marketing and maybe it not being that big of an interest in it at this time, then it gets wasted because they were onto something. And I'm scared that we're not going to continue this story because I would love to see where they take this. Well, those are my thoughts on this. If you have any, let me know. If you haven't, check this movie out. Seriously, everybody that I know that has watched this movie feels pretty much the same way that I do about it. If you would, take a second to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out a lot. I appreciate you watching, and I'll talk to you later. Have a great day.